Imagine a murder so gruesome that it traumatizes an entire community, remaining unsolved for over 35 years. This is the chilling tale of Byron Carr's murder. A man who lived a quiet life, known and loved by his community. He was brutally strangled and stabbed in his home in the early hours of a November morning in 1988. The perpetrator left behind a chilling message, a promise scrawled on the wall, "I will kill again." Yet, for more than 3 decades, this case remained a mystery. Byron was a member of the LGBTQ+ community, a fact few knew until after his death. In the 80s, societal attitudes towards the LGBTQ+ community were different, fraught with fear and misunderstanding. Many felt they couldn't trust the police, and this hindered the progress of the investigation. But as we'll see, time can change many things, even the coldest of cases. This seemingly unsolvable case, however, was about to take a turn. Fast forward to present day, and we see the power of technology breathing new life into this cold case. In an era where the digital world is shaping the course of justice, a significant breakthrough was made in the investigation of Byron Carr's murder. The Charlottetown police, through the use of groundbreaking technological advancements, were able to link DNA evidence from the crime scene to genealogy databases. This process, known as investigative genetic genealogy, opened up a whole new avenue of inquiry. This technique, as its name suggests, involves the use of genealogical data to trace potential family relationships of a suspect or victim. In this case, the DNA evidence from the crime scene was compared to public genealogy databases, and a match was found: Todd Joseph Gallant. Gallant, who also went by the name Todd Joseph Irving, was 21 at the time of the killing and is believed to have been residing in Charlottetown. Now, at 56, he has been charged with first-degree murder and interfering with human remains, thanks to the significant forensic evidence linking him to the crime scene. It's important to note that this isn't just a local phenomenon. The use of investigative genetic genealogy to solve cases is rising across Canada, beyond the biggest cities and police forces. The technique is proving invaluable in complex investigations, breathing new life into cold cases and bringing closure to families like Byron Carr's, who have been waiting for answers for over 3 decades. Chief Brad McConnell of the Charlottetown Police Service described the scope of this investigation as extensive. He expressed gratitude to Byron Carr's family for their patience and support throughout the investigation, regretfully adding, "We only wish we could have given these answers sooner." With this newfound evidence, the once cold case is now heating up. Let us delve deeper into the suspect, Todd Joseph Gallant, and his alleged involvement in the crime. Gallant, also known as Todd Joseph Irving, was a 21-year-old resident of Charlottetown at the time of the murder. The night of the crime, it is believed that Carr had been socializing with friends and later invited a younger man, presumably Gallant, back to his home. This theory is supported by the lack of signs of forced entry into Carr's home. As the night turned into the early morning hours, a series of chilling events unfolded. It is surmised that after strangling Carr with a towel, the killer left the scene only to return later with an accomplice. The purpose? To clean up and remove damning evidence. This is believed to be the time when Carr was stabbed, his wallet stolen, and a threatening note written on the wall, a message that still haunts investigators: "I will kill again." Gallant has now been charged with first-degree murder and interfering with human remains. Thanks to advancements in forensic techniques, DNA evidence from the crime scene was linked to genealogy databases, providing significant forensic evidence linking Gallant to the crime scene. This new information paints a horrifying picture of the last moments of Byron Carr's life. The question that still lingers is, was this a hate crime? The chilling message left at the crime scene, written in pen with distinctive looped lettering and eyes dotted with circles, has long prompted this query. The words, "I will kill again," were not just a threat, but a haunting promise that left a scar on the community. This crime was not just an act of violence against Byron Carr, but also seemed to be a blatant display of homophobia. The 1980s were a time when attitudes towards the LGBTQ+ community were less accepting, and the fear this crime instilled forced many to hide their true selves. For those brave enough to live openly, they did so in the shadows, taking unnecessary risks. The impact of this case on the community was profound. The area was shaken to its core, with the quiet, close-knit province of Prince Edward Island feeling the shockwaves of the crime. It was a trauma that has resonated through generations of islanders, a wound that has never truly healed. It's important to remember that this crime impacted not just one man, but an entire community. The LGBTQ+ community in particular felt the sting of this crime, the fear, the uncertainty, and the sadness. They lost one of their own, a man who was forced to keep his true self hidden, even in death. As we reflect on this case, we remember the trauma it caused to generations of islanders. And yet there's hope. Hope that justice may finally be served after 35 long years.